House Republicans passed their first test of the new Congress, adopting a rules package. It lays out operating rules for the next 2 years. The package also includes several legislative priorities promised by the GOP to American voters. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales following all the developments. Hi, Erik.
How you doing there, Owen? You know, the talking points among Democrats continues to be the Republican infighting and the long, tense process in order to pick a speaker. Democrats even went so far today to say that Republicans simply can't get along and they don't know if they're going to be able to govern. But I actually spoke with Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw, who tells me that the airing out of differences shouldn't be looked at as bad or something wrong. It's just part of the process.
There was a lot of understanding that occurred, to be perfect, and I really mean that, actually. So you got to have those fights early on. You got to know where people are at early on. It's not bad.
House Republican leaders say carrying out their agenda will take a day-to-day commitment. Majority Leader Steve Scalise tells me the days of proxy voting and remote hearings are over.
We're making members of Congress show up to work again. Just think about this. For the last 2 years, you've had proxy voting, including just a few weeks ago, where you had dozens, if not over 100 members of Congress voting from a remote location on a $1.7 trillion spending bill.
Border security is high among those Republican priorities. Freedom Caucus member Congressman Mark Green beat Dan Crenshaw to head up the Homeland Security Committee.
Securing the border is so important.
Securing the border is everything, right? I mean, if you look at the operational goals, securing the border, securing our cyber border, and restructuring DHS.
He tells me he plans to assign 2 permanent staffers along the southern border to work side by side with federal agents. Pro-life bills are also part of the first wave of legislation. One bill condemns the rash of attacks on churches, many of them Catholic, along with pregnancy care centers. Leader Scalise says another bill, the Born Alive Act, is long overdue.
I think it's critically important that we work to defend life at every stage. But if you look, the Born Alive Act is a bill we've been trying to bring up for years. It says if a baby's born alive outside the womb, in some states they can actually kill that baby and call it abortion, yet it's murder.
Republicans do admit that much of their agenda is unlikely to become law because of opposition in the Democratic-controlled Senate. Then, of course, President Biden does have veto powers, but they tell me that that's not going to stop them from trying. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.